Your next tab is your profile tab, and this is where you're going to want to go ahead and upload the official journal logo or your society logo or journal image to go ahead and get some brand recognition so that when people search for you and they see that it says Allen Press right there, they know that they found the right place. You'll also notice the design tab right here. You can use one of the generic templates for your Twitter account background if you'd like, or you can actually design your own custom background. And I'll show you a site where you can do that in just a couple minutes. So now we've uploaded our society logo, we've invited our list of contacts, and we are ready to post our first tweet. So we'll go back to our home page, and we'll input a message. And we will want to add a hashtag. A hashtag is simply a way for people to search for tweets that have a common topic. As you can see, the hashtag for this webinar is APWeb8. If you go to your search bar located over on the right-hand side of the page, and I put in my hashtag, every single time that someone mentions this, it's going to come up. And you can also just click on the hashtag itself, and it will also bring that up. So there's your Twitter account. You've got it all set up. You're excited about it. What's next? Once you have a Twitter account all set up, you can create a custom background. I mentioned earlier that you could do this, and there are several different sites that will allow you to create your own background, and you can find a lot of them by doing a Google search. One example that I have listed here is twitbacks.com. All of the sites will lead you through the setup step by step. It's not necessary to have one, but it helps increase your brand recognition. And there's Twitbacks right there. Sorry, I think I was a little bit behind on you. All right, our next offer that we're going to look at is search.twitter.com. If one of your major goals is to find new members and get an idea about what's really popular in your science right now, this is a really great place to search. You can search Twitter for your name to see if people are tweeting about you. You can search for keywords that relate to your name or your science and see what people are saying about that. And once you've found some people that are making comments about you or your science, you can build a Twitter community by finding out their interests, commenting on their tweets, and retweeting what they're tweeting. I talked earlier about how you can tweet on other topics that may not come directly from your society, but that have information that may be of interest to your followers. You will also want to retweet things from either your followers or other societies. This will ensure that you always have tons of interesting things to tweet or retweet, and it will also help you to continue to build your community. If one of your objectives is to look into what other societies are doing and to make connections to them, then you should definitely check out Twello. Twello is a directory of public Twitter accounts and is basically a yellow pages for Twitter. It will give you a more in-depth search opportunity than the browse your interest option we looked at during the account setup. There are some other fun things that you can do on Twitter, like ask questions. For example, if you're trying to decide on an annual meeting location, you can ask your followers to vote on which city they're most likely to travel to. And speaking of annual meetings, if you're still a bit nervous about how much time Twitter may take up for your staff, you could actually start out with a Twitter account that deals primarily with your annual meeting. You can use it to tweet about room or schedule changes, offer registration discounts and drawings. You can mention specific presentations with links to papers, and you can even let people know about local events or restaurants. If your followers ask you questions, make sure to send them a response. This is another element that will help you to build your Twitter community. Also, if you don't respond, then you may end up losing followers who may go to another source for answers. Since you only have the 140 characters to send a message on Twitter, you can link out to your press releases, articles, and other websites if you want to share a bigger or longer story. Now, if the press release you want to link to has a ridiculously long URL, and some of them do, and it won't fit on Twitter, you can go to a URL shortening site such as tinyurl.com or Bitly, and they'll go ahead and shorten those for you so you can post them. And of course, at some point, you'll want to measure the effectiveness of Twitter, and sites like Hootsuite.com will help you do this. It can give you weekly updates on how many people are viewing your account and other pieces of valuable information. So when your boss asks you what you've been doing all day on Twitter, you can give him or her some really great facts to back up all of the work you put into it. Now that basically wraps up the Twitter portion of this presentation, so we'll go ahead and move on to Facebook. The setup portions are actually quite similar, and they're both very user-friendly, but you can definitely do some more on Facebook. So we'll go through the steps in the initial setup process that you wouldn't necessarily be aware of, even if you are a Twitter guru. Now, Facebook is your best option if your social media goal involves creating both a social and a business community with the ability to post videos and audio. Facebook can be more time-intensive than Twitter, but you can type longer messages and have deeper discussions. And you have the ability to reach more people, since there are 400 million more users on Facebook than there are on Twitter. Some basic facts about Facebook include the fact that, again, the accounts like Twitter can be public or private. And like Twitter, you're going to need an email address, a society or journal image, and a description in order to create your account. There are more than 1 million businesses that are currently using Facebook to communicate with their customers, and the average user is connected to 80 community pages. So that's 500 million users times 80 community pages. And I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's a pretty big number. All right, we're going to go ahead and go out to Facebook. If you want to create an official business page for your society or your journal, you will need to create a personal page for yourself first. You can see the sign-up form on the Facebook homepage. I know some of you may be a bit hesitant to create a personal profile, but you can set all of your privacy settings so that no one can see any information about you. Also, make note that each person can only have one personal account. One individual cannot create one account with a business email and then one with a personal email. You can only make one. So if you try to cheat the system and Facebook catches you, then you can be permanently removed from the site. And if you're connected to your journal or your society, they could also potentially be removed. And your boss will probably not be happy with you for that. All right, so once you do have a personal profile and you're comfortable with your security settings, you can create a new page, which is located underneath the personal profile setup. Under the big green button, it says Create a Page. So you'll click on that. And once it comes up, it's going to give you two options, Community Page or Official Page. You're going to want to use the Official Page option. The Community Page option really doesn't have the functionality that the business pages do, and Facebook is continuously updating and improving the business page because it's a lot more lucrative for them. So there's going to constantly be updates and just more and more great things that you can do with an official page. The official page will also allow you to choose a category, and this feature will help you get listed in more relevant search results. And it's also important to be aware that whichever category you choose the right one, because once you choose it, you're stuck with it. You cannot go back. There are no takebacks with Facebook. Once you have it in, you're stuck with it. And the same goes for your name. So if I were creating a page for Allen Press and I spelled Allen Press incorrectly, my boss is not going to be happy with me because we're going to be stuck with a Facebook page with an incorrect name. All right. Again, since Facebook does not like you to create fake pages or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and take you to a page I've already created for one of my journals. Called Anesthesia Progress. All right, and I think it's up now for everyone to see. When you create a business page, you will have a Get Started tab that only you can see, you and any of your administrators. And it's going to give you a things to do list. And each time you complete something on that list, it will disappear from your list of things to do. For example, as you see, I already have the picture uploaded of the journal. That was something that the Get Started tab told me to do. And once I did it, it disappeared. As you can see, it's no longer on here. All right. After you've uploaded your journal image, go ahead and go to the Info tab and fill out all of the requested information. Make sure to add your organization's website, membership and subscription information, and any other important pieces of information about your products and services. After you've filled out all of this information, head over to your Wall tab. On your Wall tab, you'll see a Settings button. This is where you will have the opportunity to change your default landing page and to restrict or allow the abilities of your fans. As you can see, under the Permissions heading, you can either allow or disallow your members from posting things individually. For example, if you only want to upload videos that come directly from your society and you know are of the highest caliber, then you can unclick the people who can post videos, and only you will be able to post videos. And also currently, every new user who comes to your site will land on your Wall page when they come. You'll want to go ahead and change that to your landing page, or your info page, I'm sorry. Your landing page should be your info page. This is where all of your basic information is stored, so for a new user, that's a great place for them to come so they know if this is the site they need to be on. Your Wall is a great place to post links or press releases and ask questions and to make announcements. When your organization or your fans post anything on your Wall, it will appear on every fan's newsfeed or homepage. You'll also notice that you can choose what you see on your Wall. If I only want to see what other people are posting, I click the Just Others. If my job in the society is to police that, then that's all I'm really going to be looking for. And of course, you can also see what you and what others have posted. If you go back to your Get Started tab, you will see that you will also be given the opportunity to link your Facebook page to your Twitter account. I believe that is step number 4. And what's nice about this is when it comes up, it'll let you pick and choose what you publish on both pages. So that's kind of nice if you don't want everything on both. If you want to repurpose some content later and have different things on Twitter and Facebook, you can choose to do that as well. You will also be prompted to place a like box on your society or journal website, which will help you to promote your site even more. And the like box, it shows up on your society or your journal website, and people can click directly from your site and like your account directly from that journal or that society website. You can also add several different administrators to the business page, so if an employee leaves your organization, you can still access your site. You will definitely want to add more administrators to your Facebook page. Facebook does not limit the amount of administrators you can have. So in order to do that, on your Facebook page, underneath the journal icon, you'll see the Edit Page link. You'll just click on that. And over on the right-hand corner in this right column over here, it has your administrators, and it gives me the option to add people, or I can remove them as well. You can also see what applications you currently have on the Edit page. You can upload an unlimited number of videos to your Facebook page. Let's see, let's scroll down a little bit more to video. Here's video. That's one of the applications we talked about a little bit earlier. And you can upload an unlimited amount as long as each one is under 1 gigabyte. You can also browse more applications, and this is another time when you're going to want to take some time to do this, because there are several applications that can really help you push your Facebook site forward. For example, if you want to increase usage on your site, you could offer a free membership drawing. The promotions application right here, if you click on that, we're not going to go through the whole setup, but if you do go to that, that application is going to help you facilitate that. And of course, at some point, like Twitter, someone may come up to you and ask, well, what are the measurement stats? What are we doing? How do we know if we're doing well or not? Now, under Insights, if you continue to scroll down underneath the journal image, and if you click on that, that will show you your measurement stats for your Facebook site. And then with Twitter, I mentioned that you'll want to try and tweet once a day. With Facebook, I would try to start at least 1 or 2 discussions a week. It would be a really great idea to actually assign people to start a discussion. That way, nobody gets burned out on Facebook, and you'll get several different discussion points. You'll want to follow the same pattern for Facebook as you do with LinkedIn.